Do you have a bucket list? I've had several in my life, including one I made when I was 11 that included a machine gun, drive a fire truck, and see some boobs. I was only 11. I still haven't driven that fire truck. But I've also had a few travel bucket lists in my day of places in the United States I'd like to see before I die. Now, I finished off the States one years ago, and I'm currently working on the 100 cities. Almost done. But today, I'm giving you a list of 50 U.S. cities I think you need to see before you die. Let's take a look. Number 50, Columbus, Ohio. Columbus was planned in 1812 as a political center by the Ohio State Legislature and was named after Christopher Columbus, and this was obviously long before he got a really bad reputation. The facts were there, we just didn't bother looking at them till sometime around the mid-90s and decided Columbus wasn't really that cool of a dude. But Columbus, Ohio has one of the better zoos in the country, and it's got a nice river walk. During the American Civil War, Columbus became a major staging area for Union forces, and Camp Chase was one of the largest facilities for the Confederate prisoners of the war, and it was built on the city's west side. Now, it was incorporated in 1816 and currently has a population of about 933,000 residents. Now, we're not doing the whole metro area. We're just talking about the cities throughout this list. Some of them have really strange numbers, like the city is actually kind of small, but then when you look at the metro area, you're, oh, that's why it's a giant city, or thought of as a giant city. Number 49, Anaheim, California. Anaheim, California was founded by German immigrants in 1857, and it was part of a land purchase of some kind of land grant with Mexico. Very interesting stuff. That's how it got a name like Anaheim. They did a lot of farming there, and it was pretty nice place for them to live. And then Disney showed up. Well, I mean, other people showed up before that, but Disney showed up in the 1950s and put Anaheim on the map because that's where you're going to find Disneyland. And you could also find the Honda Center where the Anaheim Ducks play. So that's kind of cool. Anaheim's just usually a place you go to when you're visiting Los Angeles. You got to spend a day at Disneyland, stuff like that. Nobody actually goes to Anaheim. They're going to Disneyland. That's all there is to it. Oh, also the California Angels play there. I'm still calling them California Angels because I refuse to call them the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. This dumbest crap I ever heard. Anaheim was incorporated in 1857, and it currently has a population of about 344,000 residents. 48, Palm Springs, California. Palm Springs was incorporated in 1938, and they currently have a population of about 44,000 residents. This is a great place to spend a weekend if you live in the Los Angeles area or San Diego. It's out in the desert. It's nice. It's got some rough parts, but that's where a lot of Southern Californians go for, back in the day, spring break or to golf or just to relax. It's kind of one of those weekend trip type places. A lot of people still live there. It's kind of interesting. Definitely visit there. Been there too many times to remember. Good place to visit. Palm Springs. 47, Charleston, South Carolina. Founded in 1670. And currently they got a population of about 155,000 residents. Now, originally this was a settlement called Charlestown, named after Charles II. The English colonists settled this area in 1670 on the west bank of the Ashley. Well, 10 years later, they moved it to its present site, so it was a little bit down the road. But this is an interesting place. If you like history, especially Revolutionary War history, this is a great place to go visit. Now, living there, it's nice. I do like Charleston. If you move there and you got the money, definitely live by the water or on one of the islands out there. It's a great place to live. I love Charleston. 46, Savannah, Georgia. Now, I've been to Savannah a couple times. Mostly I was in the Army down the road a bit, and we'd go there visit. It is a beautiful old town. Gives you that colonial feel, like they should film a pirate movie there or something like that. When they come to town. Savannah is gorgeous with Spanish moss hanging off the trees. They've got wonderful parks, old architecture. Just a great place to visit. Spend a weekend there. There are some other things around there, but just walk around the town. It's freaking beautiful. Take some pictures. But it was founded in 1733, and currently they got a population of about 148,000 residents. 45, Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville is a very interesting place, especially if you like to be outdoors, wear flannels, and watch really good music and drink really good micro beer. I love this place. Asheville took a hit a couple years ago with a giant hurricane that made it that far inland, and kind of trashed the town. They've pulled it back together. There are some, hangover effects from the hurricane, but they're doing a lot better, and it's definitely worth a visit. I'm sure a lot of the shopkeepers would love to see you. This is a beautiful part of North Carolina. It was founded in 1797, and currently Asheville has a population of about 94,000 residents. Not bad. 44, Reno, Nevada. I was just in Reno for a cookie convention a couple years back for my wife. She has a cookie channel where she decorates cookies, and we went to CookieCon. Prior to that, I hadn't been to Reno since the 90s, and it has changed, especially downtown. They got all the casinos and all that, and compared to what it's been, let's say 10 years ago, and even when I was there in the 90s, it's like a ghost town. It's still there. They're still trying. They're doing nice things. Their river walk looks amazing. It's a lot of fun. They've got a new minor league baseball team there. My friend's wife works for them. Definitely something you should check out. Reno is worth the visit, and you're not too far away from Lake Tahoe. So yeah, it's a cool place to visit. It was incorporated in 1868, and currently they have a population of about 264,000 residents. Not bad. 43, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Before colonization, Navajo, Apache, and Comanche people were likely to have set up camps in the Albuquerque area because there's evidence of trade and cultural exchanges in that area. Now, it was founded in 1706, and currently they got a population of about 564,000 residents. If you want to visit Albuquerque, I would encourage you to. Keep in mind, they do have some rough spots. Stay out of those. Watch one of my New Mexico videos. I explain everything. But this is a very unique town. It is got that whole Southwest feel to it, the adobe buildings, and they've got great tacos, amazing people. Just stay out of the bad neighborhoods. 42, Indianapolis, Indiana. Founded in 1812, and currently they have a population of about 901,000 residents. Indianapolis is most famous for the Indianapolis 500, which is a race I want to see. I'm not really a, motorsports enthusiast. I like a little NASCAR every now and then, and I watch the Indianapolis 500 every single year. I got to see it in person one of these days. I haven't done it. It's on my sports bucket list. I got bucket lists for everything. There are other things going on in Indianapolis, but the racing is what most people go there for. 41, Cleveland, Ohio. Incorporated in 1796. They've got a population of about 372,000 residents. Their metro area has about 2 million, so there's a big difference there. Cleveland is a great place to visit. Like a lot of Rust Belt states and cities, they've seen better days, but it's still a great place to visit. You can go see a Cleveland Browns game. You can go see the Cavaliers play. You can see the Indians play. Yes, I still call them the Indians, even if their baseball team did have to change their name to the Guardians. I don't like it. They're the Indians. But that being said, they've also got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's a lot to do in Cleveland. It's really, really an interesting city, and it's a blue-collar city that needs some attention. Go visit Cleveland one of these days. It's worth it. 40, Baltimore, Maryland. Founded in 1729, and currently they have a population of about 585,000 residents. That's a lot of people, but they've got millions in the metro area. The Colonial General Assembly of Maryland created the Port of Baltimore at the old West Stone Point, which is now Locust Point, in 1706 for the tobacco trade. The town of Baltimore on the west side of the Jones Falls was founded on August 8, 1729, when the governor of Maryland signed an act allowing the building of a town on the north side of the Patapsco River. Surveyors began laying out the town on January 12, 1730, and by 1752, the town had about 27 homes, including a church and 2 taverns, because you got to have those taverns, especially when things get cold. You got to have the taverns. It's one of our greatest cities with a lot of history in it. It's just too bad that the crime over the decades is just kind of brought them down. They've in recent years made some moves to make the city a little bit better. They've got a long way to go, but stay near the downtown and the harbor area, and it's a great place to visit. 39, Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati was founded in 1788, and currently they have about 309,000 residents. I like Cincinnati. I just did a video on the downfall of Cincinnati, how it just got forgotten because river traffic was what made Cincinnati. I mean, all the trade, all the shipping, and then the train came along, and Cincinnati was sort of left behind. Now, this whole city didn't collapse, but it just lost its main character status after the train showed up and took all their traffic. But Cincinnati is a great place. If you ever get a chance, definitely go see the neighborhood over the Rhine. This neighborhood was horrible 10, 15 years ago, and they have turned this place around. It is actually one of the most desirable places to live in Cincinnati now, compared to 15 years ago when it was just trash. Have yourself some Cincinnati chili too. After I made that video, I made some of that at the house. Even though it sounds weird, it was pretty good. It's like having pasta with cheddar cheese on top of it and onions. And they call it chili, but you're eating it in pasta and you're using tomato paste, so it seems like it should be a spaghetti dish of some sort. But then you start throwing cheddar cheese on it and things get weird. But it's really good. It sounds weird, especially if you read the recipe. You're all, this doesn't make sense. There's chocolate in this. What's going on? It's crazy, but it was delicious. I've made it 2 or 3 times since then. 38, Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City had a late start compared to a lot of the other places around here. It was founded in 1850, and currently they got a population of about 508,000 residents. Now, this was a fort before, and as the settlers kind of started filtering through, some stayed behind and the city started to grow during the big push west. But Kansas City became one of those places that was sort of known as the Old West, even though these days we consider Arizona, Texas, Nevada, California out west. Kansas City, back in the time, was considered the West because the entire country was basically on the eastern seaboard and West Virginia. Definitely worth a visit. They've got a lot of things going on there. Stop on by. Go to Lawrence. Lawrence is another place that's got some history, and it's just outside of town. 37, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee was incorporated in 1846, and they have a population currently of about 577,000 residents. Now, Wisconsin is sort of an enigma because throughout the United States, this state has some of the lowest crime. I know the New England states, they're a different breed of animal, but for the rest of the states, Wisconsin stands above everyone because Milwaukee's the only city that has any really bad crime. They've got crime everywhere. You can't get away from that, but it's like Milwaukee's the only one that has real crime in Wisconsin. It's strange, but it is definitely a place that's nice to visit. I was there 3 years ago, hung out, had some beer down by the river. It was nice. Got back on the Amtrak and left the next day. Didn't stay long, just a day. But it was really nice. Went and saw the Fonzie statue that's down by the river. If you watch Happy Days back in the 1970s, you remember the Cunninghams and the whole Happy Days world happened in Milwaukee. 36, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, Florida has some amazing beaches, and Fort Lauderdale got on people's radar mostly for the spring break action and the summer action at the beaches back in the day. It's kind of mellowed out. You don't really think of Fort Lauderdale anymore as a place for spring break, which they still have a legit one. It's just not making the press throughout the country these days. But they were incorporated in 1911, and currently Fort Lauderdale being part of the Miami metro area, but they only have 182,000 residents. The entire metro area's got millions, obviously. But Fort Lauderdale and pretty much any Florida beaches are great places to visit. Go in the summer. Enjoy it. 35, Portland, Oregon. Now, if you would have asked me to make this list 15 years ago, and by my favorite, I would have put them in the top 5. I love Portland, Oregon. Actually, I love the memory of Portland, Oregon. What it used to be 10, 15 years ago. These days, it's not. It's not what it used to be, but it is still a very interesting city to visit. The beer is amazing. The people are amazing. Stay out of Old Town area where all the homeless hang out with, and don't hang out under bridges, and you'll be fine. But it's a very, very strange town in a good way. These days, it's got some bad elements compared to what it was in its heyday, which I would say was right around 2012. I mean, it was really cool. It's like there's a lot of art, a lot of music. People were just almost like this hippie thing. Everyone was nice to each other, and it was a good place to hang out downtown. These days, not so much, but it's still a good place to visit. You can go see the Shanghai tunnels. You can go get a beer. If you like strip clubs, they've got plenty of those, both downtown and on the outskirts of town. I think Portland has the most strip clubs per capita in the United States. Matter of fact, the We just had a director of something for the United States that she left office because there's all kinds of rumors about taking her staff to strip clubs when they came to visit Oregon. She's from Oregon. Anyway, Portland was incorporated in 1845, and currently they got about 652,000 residents, me being one of them. Well, actually, I'm outside the city now, so I guess I'm not. 34, Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is just like Portland in a lot of ways without the rain and more people. They're pretty much just like Portland, and a lot of the same things are happening. They don't have as many homeless, but their scene was about 10 years ago. It was the peak of what you wanted if you were young and especially artistic in the United States. You moved to Austin, you moved to Portland. That was it. Not so much anymore. It's kind of got overrun. Everything got terribly expensive. And artists don't really do well in very expensive places because whether you're a musician or an artist or any kind of artist, you know it doesn't pay well until you hit it big, and that rarely happens. So when a town that was known for its art scene and its music scene starts getting expensive because it's popular, everyone bails. That's sort of what's happening right now in Texas or Austin, Texas, but it's still a pretty good place to visit, especially if you like to eat and you like live music. They were incorporated in 1835, and currently they just cracked 1 million residents at 1,002,632 residents. Yeah, just over the million people mark. 33, Memphis, Tennessee. Now you should visit and you should stay on Beale Street. That would be my suggestion to you. Memphis is basically the murder capital of the United States. It's still worth visiting if you stay in the tourist areas. Don't venture out. You'll be fine. Yeah, just don't go into the neighborhoods. It's not worth it. And just go there to visit. Don't move there. Memphis definitely has some history with Graceland, with Beale Street, and just the music in general. It's a very interesting city to visit. Don't live there. It was incorporated in 1819, and currently they got about 633,000 residents. That's one less now because someone got murdered. Every 3 minutes, someone gets murdered in that town. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but... 32, St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine is the oldest European settled city in the United States. Yes, it was founded in 1565, and currently they have a population of about 14,329 residents. And that's up the coast a bit from Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and all that, but south of Jacksonville. Very, very beautiful city. They've got a lot of the old Spanish architecture still on display there. It's an old city, and it's kind of neat. I like it. I haven't been there in years, but it's pretty cool. Definitely visit. 31, Detroit, Michigan. Detroit is a very interesting one. Their rebirth that they've got going on downtown, because they have really turned it around. Better than any other city I've ever seen or even heard about. Detroit's downtown is not what it was 5 years ago. It is made a 180 and it's doing good, and that's why you should go visit. Go see the turnaround. Read up on how bad it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and then go see it now, and you will be shocked that they did that well. They've got a lot of area to cover still. I mean, the outskirts of downtown are still a nightmare, but the downtown area is definitely turning around, and hopefully that'll spread out. But Detroit was originally a fort, and it was founded in 1701. Currently, the city itself has a population of about 639,000 residents. 30, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know why you go to Pittsburgh? To meet the people. Pittsburgh is a great place, and it is a blue-collar place, and it's a no-nonsense place. So you'll find that. You'll get that vibe from the people that live there. They've got no time for BS. They are blue-collar people. They are middle class for the most part, and that's what this city was built on. Blue-collar, hardworking people, and that mystique is still there in the city. I love Pittsburgh. Definitely go see it. Go check out the Three Rivers. Pretty cool place. But it was founded in 1758, and currently they got a population of about 302,000 residents. 29, St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis got popular because of the push west. I mean, Lewis and Clark came through this area. One thing led to another. Everyone was heading west. A lot of them, most of them, went through St. Louis first. It was like a trading post and really the launching pad. It was like everyone, we'll meet you in St. Louis was what everyone told everyone. And, you know, they went and met, and they would start a wagon train on out to Utah, Oregon, and maybe even California to strike some gold. Who knows? But right now they have a population of about 301,000 residents. They're trying to turn their town around. They've got some areas in St. Louis that used to suck, and now they're doing better downtown. They've got a lot of things they got to work on, but it's getting better. Go see a Cardinals game. Go see a Blues game. Great place. 28, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minneapolis is a pretty cool place. I like Minneapolis, always have. Don't like the winter there because I like a little cold weather and I like some snow. That's a little too much for me. But it was incorporated in 1856. There was settlements there before, but nothing major. And currently they got a population of about 429,000 residents. Now, recently they've been in all the press for all the wrong reasons, but that doesn't take away that this is one of the best cities in the United States. It's always on the top 25 lists. 27, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Definitely go visit Virginia Beach. Go to the beach, enjoy it. Go in the winter if you want, but I would suggest going in the summer. It is a great place to be. It was incorporated in 1906 and currently has a population of about 459,000 residents. About a quarter of them have something to do with the military. Yeah, they got some military bases there, and you run into a lot of them when you're vacationing, so be prepared for that. The one good thing is it's not near an army post, so you don't have to worry about half the nonsense. Navy people usually keep their act together compared to us army pukes. We get drunk and we do stupid stuff. They do too, just not on the same level of stupidity that army guys do. But definitely visit Virginia Beach. I like Virginia Beach better than a lot of the beaches in Florida, which some people might go, that's kind of weird, but no, it's a thing. 26, Salt Lake City, Utah. Salt Lake City was platted in 1857, and currently they got a population of about 200,000 residents. The whole area has like 2 million, but they've got 200,000 themselves. Salt Lake City's interesting. If you want to see how a city should be designed, I mean, the layout of the city, Salt Lake City is one of the best examples. All the roads lead to the center of the city, and it's just gridded off perfectly. It's interesting. Takes some getting used to because most cities in the United States are just weird. Salt Lake City is really how a city planner should do things. It's a very interesting city. Everything closes at 6, though. Be prepared for that. At least that's what it seems like. 25, Charlotte, North Carolina. If you like NASCAR or you like football, go to Charlotte, North Carolina. This is racing country here, and they also have the Carolina Panthers there. They've got a lot of other things, but those are the two things that really, draw a lot of people in. It's becoming quite the business hub also and transportation hub. So a lot of people are moving there. It's growing, but they've still got some good places to visit and some interesting things to see. Definitely go visit Charlotte, North Carolina. They were actually founded in 1755, and currently just the city alone has a population of about 874,000 residents. A lot of people. 24, Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh was founded in 1792 and has a population currently of about 467,000 residents. It's pretty good. The whole area, they've got a lot of things around there. The whole Research Triangle, where you get a lot of jobs, but a very interesting place. It's not as big as Charlotte, and it's not as well known, but they've got a lot of things going on there, including a restaurant that has a butt-kicking machine. Yeah, you stand there and you treat this thing, and on a wheel, there's a boot, and it'll come kick you in the butt. So in case, you feel like you haven't had enough discipline recently, you can go over there and crank that wheel and get your ass kicked in front of all kinds of people waiting to get their food. It's like this thing people do while they're waiting for their reservation to come up. Just get their ass kicked. Boom, boom, boom. Did it like 5 times. And then when my friend went up there, we tried to do it really hard, but he wasn't going for it. He jumped out of the way. There are a lot of things to do there. Go see a Carolina Hurricane game. It's a great hockey team with really cool uniforms. 23, Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, Nashville. How could you not visit Nashville? Nashville is like one of those music hubs of the universe. It's really touristy these days too, but they've got a lot of music history in Nashville. And if you're a music person, you should definitely go visit Nashville at least once. They were actually founded in 1779 and currently have a population of about 689,000 residents. That's growing every freaking day because it's terribly popular. The locals aren't really keen on that, but they definitely like it if you come visit, and it's a good time. Spend a weekend in Nashville, and if you like drinking, you're going to have even more of a time. So they've got a lot of bars. 22, Honolulu, Hawaii. Yes, definitely visit Honolulu. Never move there because unless you win the lottery, you probably can't afford it. Yes, Honolulu is one of the most expensive cities in the United States, and why not? It's in a tropical island with beautiful beaches, and it's amazing. The Brady Bunch went there one time. I mean, come on. But it was incorporated in 1907, and currently the city itself has a population of about 350,000 residents. I love Honolulu. It's beautiful. Definitely go there and visit at least once in your life. Visit all the islands, but Honolulu is where you go to have a good time. 21, New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans was actually founded in 1718 and has a population of about 383,000 residents. It is one of our oldest cities, and it was one of the only real cities we had during the Louisiana Purchase. I've been there several times. Again, stay out of the wrong neighborhoods, go down to Bourbon Street, enjoy that, and then leave. Or get on a cruise ship and leave. But Bourbon Street is definitely something you want to see at least once. There's a lot of other really cool things there. I loved the World War II Museum. Definitely see that. They got an outlet mall not too far from there. It's a really neat city to visit. Make sure you spend some time there. See the headstones, the graves, and all that. Do some tours. Very interesting city with a lot of history. Just don't move there and don't go to the wrong neighborhoods. 20, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Myrtle Beach is another one of those vacation places for spring breakers like Fort Lauderdale was back in the day. Again, they still do spring break there, just not all over the place. Not, everyone doesn't hear about it all through spring break, unless you're in Florida, I'm sure. But Myrtle Beach is right up there with it as one of the great places to go for spring break or just the summer. Go there and visit. It's a nice place. Not a place I'd want to live because during the hot months and during spring break, it becomes a total shit show and you don't want to have to go to the grocery store or drive anywhere during that nonsense if you're a local. The rest of the year, it's pretty quiet and pretty nice, and you probably enjoy yourself. Just plan on doing your spring break someplace else. It was incorporated in 1938, and currently, the city itself has a population of about 35,000 people. 19, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is like the largest capital in the United States, and it is hot as hell. We all know that. Definitely visit Phoenix once in your life because it is a very nice city with great food, great things to see. They got some pretty cool architecture. If you're retired, move there, live there, enjoy it there. If you don't like cold weather, this is a great place to live, but definitely go visit it. You could visit it in the dead of winter and get a solid sunburn. So keep that in mind. It was founded in 1867, and currently the city itself has a population of about 106,000 residents. That's a whole lot of people in the middle of the desert where the water's drying up. Insane. But Phoenix is worth a visit. I liked it. Been there a couple times. It's definitely nice. 18, Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is definitely on your bucket list if you're a history buff. It's amazing. I mean, think of all the things that you know about Boston just from going to school. The history of this place during the colonial times, during the Revolutionary War, just amazing. It was actually settled in 1625, so it's been around a while. And currently, the city itself, the metro area has millions, but the city itself has about 675,000 residents. Definitely, if you are the history buff type, you already know, and you're probably going to go to Boston at least once. You'll walk down roads that Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams walked down. They've got all kinds of tours, and they will show you where things happen, like the Boston Massacre. It's an amazing city for a history buff. Living there, much like Honolulu, it's way too expensive to be, reasonable. Number 17, San Francisco, California. I know a lot of you just groaned. Oh, California, San Francisco, it's just got all those homeless. Yeah, it does have all those homeless, but it's still a beautiful city. If you look at travel magazines, a lot of them will say San Francisco is one of the world's most beautiful cities. And it is. Once you get past all that nonsense of how expensive it is and the homeless are frickin' everywhere, it is a beautiful city. I mean, you got Alcatraz, you got the Golden Gate Bridge. You can go see the Castro. You could go down to the harbor. It's just an amazing city. There's a lot of history that went on there. There's Lombard Street, which that's that curvy road that looks really nice. It's stupid. Look at pictures of it. Don't go over there because it's kind of a nightmare. And the people that live there can't stand it, but they love it at the same time. So it's this weird thing. Definitely go visit San Francisco. It was incorporated in 1850, but it's been around a long time. In 1776, they had a mission there, but, it didn't become an actual city till 1850 when the gold rush just blew up San Francisco. Because if you were on a boat coming to the United States, that's where you landed. Sutter's Mill isn't too far from San Francisco inland, near Sacramento. Number 16, Tampa, Florida. Tampa is a really neat thing. It's got the Tampa Bay right there. They've got all kinds of really nice beaches and inland places. It's really cool. Tampa's definitely a place you should visit one time, especially during the Pirate Festival. That's amazing. They have a Pirate Festival in Tampa Bay every year, and people just go crazy with their pirate get-ups, and they just celebrate. It's a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, but it's a pirate festival. Arg, you know? Go there with a hook on your hand and say inappropriate things because you're a pirate. Keep in mind, if you drink rum before 10 a.m., you're not an alcoholic, you're a pirate. Keep that in mind. But Tampa was incorporated in 1823, and they currently have a population of about 384,000 residents. Closer to 400,000 now because those numbers are from 2020. The official ones aren't out yet. Number 15, Washington, D.C. There was a Residency Act on July 16th, 1790. That's kind of when it became a thing, but it really didn't come together till about 1801. Currently, the city itself has a population of about 689,000 residents, which, doesn't sound like a lot, but the city's really not that big. It's the whole metro area is where all the people come from. They've got millions there. Obviously, you have to see Washington, D.C. at least once in your life if you're an American, so you can see the Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, Washington Monument, the reflecting pool that just got redone, I guess. There's a lot of other things. Go see the cherry blossoms, go to the World War II Memorial. They've got all kinds of them. The Korean War one's really cool. I thought that was really neat. That one's cool. I'll show a picture right here. It's really neat because they, instead of just putting on some nice cement thing, they put it in the bushes like they're real soldiers. It's really cool. Definitely got to visit Washington, D.C. at least once. Spend a week in there. Go see all the stuff and enjoy it. Doesn't matter who the president is. Just go to Washington, D.C. 14, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe was founded in 1619, and they currently have a population of about 90,000 residents. This is a pretty cool place to visit because it's beautiful, it's got a lot of things to do, and especially if you're into art or spas. Those two things, they got a lot of that. If that's your thing, definitely go visit Santa Fe. Santa Fe is a very old city. They've got a lot of history there, and the architecture of just the average home and the buildings, it's amazing. It was also ranked the second best city in 2024 by Traveler.com. Pretty cool. 13, Miami, Florida. Miami is a very interesting place, and it's been around longer than most people think. It was incorporated on July 28, 1896, and they currently have a population of about 442,000 residents. The metro area, about 6 million. Now, Miami has become one of those places that you don't move to unless you're rich, okay? Especially different things like South Beach and all that stuff. You've got to be an Instagram model making millions, or you've got to be a Bitcoin person to be moving to Miami these days. It's definitely good to visit, go to the beaches, see some sights, eat some food, enjoy the music. Don't try and live there. You'll just be miserable, unless you're painfully rich and young. But Miami is definitely one of those cities you should visit at least once in your life. 12, Dallas, Texas. I love Dallas. I went there 2-3 years ago for Vid Summit, which is a thing for YouTubers. And I went out and I went to like Daly Plaza and saw where Kennedy was assassinated. Went and saw a bunch of other things. Drove around Dallas. Their suburbs are amazing. But just go visit Dallas. Definitely go see where Kennedy was shot. It's quiet there. It's strange. So you got this whole city going on, but for some reason, that little area there, it's really quiet. It's like people don't make a lot of noise in Daly Plaza. It's really strange. I noticed that. No loud noises. It was eerily silent when I visited. If you're going to go to Dallas, they got a lot of great places for food, but definitely see that. Do your pilgrimage to where, they tried to overthrow presidency. Number 11, San Diego, California. San Diego was incorporated in 1850. This is one of the best cities in the United States to go visit. You've got the San Diego Zoo, which is considered the best zoo, second best zoo now, I think, in the United States. You've got SeaWorld. You've got the beautiful beaches. You can lay on a beach and watch Navy fighter jets fly over really low above your head because they're landing at the end of the beach where they have a runway. It's really strange. San Diego is a pretty cool place. Definitely got to visit there, especially if you have kids. But they were incorporated in 1850, and currently San Diego, the city itself, has a population of about 1.3 million residents. Number 10, Denver, Colorado. I love Denver, and I'm going to tell you why you should visit there. There's a lot of things to do, and there's a lot of really good beer places, microbrews. They got a homeless situation right now, trying to work on that. But this is why I go to Denver, Colorado. I fly into Denver. I spend a day there. I've done this a couple times. And then I get on the Amtrak train, and it takes you through Rockies. It is absolutely beautiful. Take that to Reno. Visit Reno while you're there, too. Fly to Denver. Take the Amtrak to Reno. You knock out 2 cities on this list. You'll be a happy camper. Denver is definitely a pretty interesting city to visit. And, when you look at the horizon and the mountains right there, it's beautiful. But they were incorporated in 1861 and currently have a population of about 715,000 residents. Number 9, San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio was founded in 1718 and incorporated in 1837. They currently have a population of about 1.4 million residents. There's a lot of history in San Antonio. They've also got military bases there, and I was just there a couple months back, about a year ago, for my son's graduation from the Air Force, basic training there. And they got the San Antonio River Walk, which I went there to film one time, and I went the only week out of the year that they drain it to clean it. Lack of planning. But who thinks they're going to drain a river? Wasn't even something I thought I had to check on. But definitely go visit San Antonio. Check out the River Walk. It's really nice. Number 8, Seattle, Washington. If you are a fan of grunge, definitely go to Seattle. Go visit. It's a really neat place. It was founded in 1851, and they currently have a population of about 737,000 residents. It's really interesting. They've got a lot of really cool museums. You get to go see the Space Needle. When I go there, I usually spend a day there, and then I get on a cruise ship to go to Alaska. Do that. That's a great trip. But Seattle's a pretty cool place to go spend a couple days in. Anyway, especially if you want to see the museums and the Space Needle. Again, got a lot of really cool breweries in Seattle, microbrew places. Number 7, Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas was founded in 1905, and it currently has a population of about 641,000 residents. Why should you visit Las Vegas? I mean, why shouldn't you? Especially these days. Go. There's half the people that used to be there, let's say 5-6 years ago. You can go to a casino and find a seat at a table or a slot machine anywhere. It's terribly expensive now, and that's driven a lot of people out, but they're not lowering the prices. But if you want to avoid the crowds, now's the time to go. Go see some racing there. They now have racing. You can see all kinds of events. There's all kinds of shows. Las Vegas is definitely worth a trip every couple of years, I think. Number 6, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. How could you not visit Philadelphia? If you visit Washington, D.C., you got to visit Philadelphia. I mean, this is the birthplace of the American dream. The history there is beautiful. They've got a lot of problems, just like any major city, especially stay out of Kensington, and you'd be good to go. But Philadelphia, the history there is enough to make you want to visit. It makes me want to visit there. It was founded in 1682 and currently has about 1.6 million residents. If you like history, you already know Philadelphia is one of those places you have to show up and go. Go visit there. You'll be amazed. Number 5, Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles was called Pueblo de Los Angeles or something like that in 1781, but it was incorporated into Los Angeles in 1850. They have a population of almost 3.9 million residents, with the entire metro area having almost 13 million residents. So they got a lot of people. But it's laid out so it doesn't seem as crowded as New York City. I mean, it is spread out. You can't go to California and visit Los Angeles without having a car because public transit ain't going to cut it there. If you go to Los Angeles, you got Hollywood. You're down the road from Anaheim. That's why I say people go to Los Angeles and they go to Anaheim. You've got Universal Studios there in Los Angeles. You've got the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which I don't recommend visiting, but a lot of people like to. The beaches. California's got a lot to offer, and Los Angeles has most of it, in my opinion. Number 4, Houston, Texas. You got to go there just to see the NASA stuff. This was like the center of NASA activity back in the day. They still got a lot going on there. It's not as big of a deal as it used to be for NASA, but they've still got plenty of things to see there. Go visit Houston. It's another city that's kind of laid out, so make sure you have a rental car. But it was incorporated in 1837 and currently has a population of about 2.3 million residents. Number 3, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is a very interesting city. Again, it's got bad press from everyone. Go visit Chicago. You'll see that it's not that bad. The South Side is as bad as they say. But when you get to the Loop, inside the Loop, and the northern side, it's a pretty nice place to visit. They've got a lot of things to see. Navy Pier. They've got White Sox games, Cubs games. You can go see the Chicago Bulls, the Bears for a while. If they stay in town, you can see them forever. But Chicago's a really nice place. Have the thick pizza, have the sausages, enjoy yourself. Chicago is not as bad as people make it sound. It was incorporated in 1833 and has 2.7 million people. Their metro area has 9.4. That's the third largest in the United States. Number 2, New York City. That's right, the Big Apple. You gotta go to the Big Apple at least once. Go see all the sightseeing things. Go see the Statue of Liberty. Go see the world where the World Trade Center used to be. Go see the Empire State Building. Go to Harlem. No, don't go to Harlem. Go to Hell's Kitchen. Go to the different areas. Go check out the neighborhoods. It's a interesting city. It's beautiful in its own way, and I would suggest everyone should go visit it. It was settled on May 20th, 1624, 402 years ago. That's insane. Their current name, because it was New Amsterdam and had some other names, but the current name didn't start till 1664, so that's kind of cool. New York City has a population of 8.8 million residents, with the metro area having 20 million. Insane. All right, before we get to number 1, let me know in the comment section, how many of these cities have you visited in your life? I'd love to know. Tell me which one was your favorite. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, Orlando, Florida. I kind of put Orlando here because there's a lot to do in Orlando, and it is a tourist destination. You got Disney World, you got Universal, I think there's a SeaWorld there. They've got all kinds of things to do in Orlando. Go visit Orlando. Take the kids, take the grandkids at least once in their lives, the kids or the grandkids. Visit Orlando, visit Disney. It's expensive, save up for it, but go there and forget about the money and just enjoy the time with your family or just go by yourself. Enjoy your time there. It's a special place. You definitely got to visit. But it was incorporated in 1875, and they currently have a population of about 307,000 residents. That's not a lot of people. The metro area, it's not that big, but pretty cool place to visit. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Let me know in the comment section, like I said, how many of these you've been to. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.